Hi guys, my name is Hannah and I work for Wood County Solid Waste Management District, and today we're going to play a game called Litter Playground. So how many of you have ever been to a playground or a park or even walking along the sidewalk and you see a bunch of trash and stuff that doesn't belong in nature? Well, that's kind of what's going on at our playground. As you can see, there's a lot of trash that needs to be picked up, a lot of litter. So today we're going to pick off the litter and you're going to help me decide where it goes. When we deal with trash, there's 3 ways that we can manage it. So some trash belongs in a trash can. And I have Oscar the Grouch guarding the trash can for us today. Some trash we can compost. And compost is something that worms might eat. So if we think about like banana peels, or little bits of paper, or anything that will naturally break down in the environment, that can be composted. So some of the items on our litter playground board are gonna go in our compost bucket. And last, some items of trash can be recycled. So I have my blue recycling bin. And recycling is kind of like magic because we turn something old and we give it a new life. So when we find a recyclable item on our litter playground board, I want you to say alakazam with me, and we're gonna see what that recyclable turns into. So let's get started. So my first piece of litter is a wrapper. Do we think that this plastic wrapper belongs in the trash can, or would a worm eat it? Yeah, most wrappers we have to throw away in the trash, so we're gonna give that to Oscar the Grouch. Next, I have a piece of cardboard. So what can we do with cardboard? Can cardboard be recycled? Cardboard is a great recyclable material as long as we make sure that there's no food or it's not wet. So I'm gonna put this in my recycling bin and you're gonna help me say the magic words. Alakazam. And my piece of cardboard turned into a new pizza box. So my next piece of litter is a plastic water bottle. And do you think a worm would want to eat this plastic? Probably not. So I'm going to try to put it in the recycling bin and see what happens. And what do we say? Alakazam. And I have a big plastic water bottle now. Oh wait, there's something else. That plastic bottle also turned into carpet. Isn't that crazy? So when we recycle plastic water bottles and jugs, they can become things like carpet, new plastic bottles, even a sleeping bag or a backpack. So my next piece of litter is a styrofoam coffee cup. Do we think that the styrofoam can be recycled? No. So styrofoam belongs in the trash can, so we're gonna give this to Oscar the Grouch. Okay, now I have another wrapper. It was a hot day, so people got ice cream and unfortunately they littered their wrapper. So what do we do with wrappers? We throw them in the trash can. So my pop can fell off of my litter board. And what do we do with pop cans? Right, we can recycle them. So let's say the magic words together. Alakazam. And I have a new pop can. And do you know that when I recycle my old pop cans, that they can become a new pop can in less than 2 months? My next piece of litter is a newspaper. So this is paper, and paper is made from trees. So there's 2 things that we can do with this newspaper. One, we can recycle it, or we can actually put it in the compost and the worms will eat this. And it looks like people are snacking a lot at the playground. because I have 2 wrappers. And what do we do with plastic wrappers? Yeah, we throw them away. So next I have a juice box. And when you're running around on the jungle gym, sometimes you get thirsty and you might want to take a drink from your juice box. But these belong in the trash can. We don't want to litter these, and we can't recycle them because it's made up of lots of different materials and it's too small to be recycled. So this is going to go in our trash can. All right, now I have a plastic bag. What about this? Do you think a worm would eat it? So even though it's plastic, we can't put it in our recycling bins at home or at school because this is called flexible packaging and I can poke my finger through it. So that means if I want to recycle it, I have to take it back to a store. So I can take it to a grocery store or a hardware store and we can recycle all of our plastic bags there. All right, now I have an egg carton. This doesn't belong on the playground. So where does styrofoam go? Would a worm eat it? Can we recycle it? No, we can't recycle styrofoam, so this belongs in the trash can. Alrighty. Now I have a steel can. Can we recycle metal cans? We can. We can recycle the can. So I need you to say the magic words with me. 1, 2, 3. Alakazam. And my metal can just became a coffee can. So now I have a plastic straw. Someone drank their pop and left the straw. Now, even though this is plastic, we can't recycle it because it's not the shape of a bottle or a jug. So this is gonna go in the trash can. And we don't wanna keep putting things in the trash can because the trash is gonna go to a landfill, which is a big hole in the earth filled with all of our trash. So the best way to reduce our trash and reduce the amount that's going to a landfill is by not using it at all. So instead of using what we call a single-use plastic, we can use a reusable straw, or maybe we don't even need a straw at all. All right, I have a few more things. So I have an old banana and an apple core. Is this something that a worm might eat? Yes. So this can go in our compost, and the worms are going to eat the rest of our skins and our peels that we don't like, and they're going to turn it into a great source of gardening soil. And my last item is a baby food jar. So what do you guys think? Is glass recyclable? Glass is infinitely recyclable. Can any of you count to infinity? I don't know if I can. It'll take infinity amount of time. So we are going to say the magic words and see what this becomes. Alakazam. And I have a new glass jar. So glass we can recycle again and again and again. And so we have some things that belong in a trash can, like styrofoam and wrappers. We have some things that belong in the compost bin, like our food scraps and some of our shredded paper. And then I have some things that can go in the recycling bin. So I have metal cans, I have glass bottles and jars, plastic bottles and jugs, cardboard, and paper, and those can all be recycled. So the next time that you guys go to a playground and you see some litter, let's make a pact that we will clean up a playground and leave it nicer than we found it.